Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 25% podcast. I'd rather have 25% of something than 100% of nothing. I want you guys to click like, click share, subscribe, follow, repost, tag on your social media page, send it to a friend, put it on a t-shirt, throw it up in the air, put it on a billboard, do what you got to do. Even put it on your Instagram story. I want you guys to get the word out there. I started 25% to help business owners and people that are aspiring to own their own business, to educate them, man, because everyone thinks that as soon as they own a business, you're automatically rich or you're automatically, you're just doing it. You're the boss, you're the major, but that's not the case. And when I started 25%, I wanted to bring people on the show. As I always tell you at the beginning of every show, I want people to give you the uncut truth and the reality of what it takes to get your business off the ground, what it takes to get it to the next level, and how to get the exposure. Me being a business owner almost 20 years, I'm still learning. And some of the people that comes on my show, I still learn from them. And, but I still want you guys to click like, click share, and follow, subscribe, and come on, tag. Look at the scroll. I think I'm going to have them at the bottom. I'm going to get an email address. My team is working on that where we can start giving it for you guys to start sending in your questions. Even if someone wants to be a guest on the show, so we can have you on the show. And you can tell if you're inspiring to be business. It's all about business. This podcast is all about business. And I want to be that place to go where you bring yourself and your friends and motivate you to understand that motivation is the key, and nothing small about a small business. It takes a lot of work, but I'm not going to hold you guys for a long time. I want you guys to understand, meet Mr. Jermaine. Right? Did I say it right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for coming, first and foremost. I really appreciate it. So,
Thank
Mr. Jermaine, tell my viewers, my friends, my followers, my people, I want to call them my family. And the reason I want to call them my family is because they're coming along this journey with me, and we're one.
Gotcha.
We can be a team, but we're one. And without them, I won't be nothing. And so I want you to give them a little backstory about yourself and tell them the type of business that you have.
All right, what's going on? I'm Jermaine, the creator, CEO, the man behind the brand when it comes to this right here, this lemonade-infused vodka. It's named Bomade Vodka, Bomade Lemonade Vodka. And I started it about, in 2008. Got it in stores in 2015.
Congratulations.
And we've been running ever since, man, for real.
That's a blessing. And you're actually in stores?
Yes.
So what stores are you actually in?
We in Georgia alone, we in almost 200 locations, all the major outlets, from the Greens to Camp Creek World of Beverage to Local Viner. You name it, we kind of in these locations.
That's a good thing. So can you sell this online, or they have to go to the stores themselves?
No, they can go to the store and get it.
All right, that's a good thing. So
Total
I'm going to get some, but I do want to get a little taste before we get started. Because I'm not a drinker.
Okay.
I will say that. That's my disclaimer.
Okay.
Now, if you follow me on my personal Instagram story, you will see me with a lemon drop martini. So a lemon-infused vodka is the thing. So I'm gonna be honest. So. I'm gonna drink it. So. I got me a little water just in case. Because if it hit me and put a little hair on my chest more than what I already got some on my beard. So if you give me a little bit, I want to taste a little bit. Because I want to see how it tastes. And
we'll do it
just a little bit. Give me a little bit, just to wet the tongue, like the old folks used to say. Give me a little bit to get it. That's enough. Just a little bit to gap. Just a little bit to get me on through. But I'm gonna open this water, y'all, because it's gonna have to go right back down to wash it away. But let me see. I want you got you some?
Absolutely.
Oh, we're gonna toast.
Yeah, toast.
So many years of success and congratulations.
Sir. Thank you for sure.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that tastes good. I don't need no water. That is good.
I didn't want to tell you, but
Oh, well, let me
of course, I'm going to say it's the best thing in the world because it's mine.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. I can have you a little bit of that and just sit down and clean up my house and put on my little slippers and my little gown and walk around.
When you asked me what to mix it with, I said ice.
Like, you did say ice.
You know what I'm saying?
You did say ice, but like everybody knows, this is an uncut show, so I don't do interviews when I saw the bottle, but I did say I want to know, what you mix it with, because I wanted to be prepared, because I told you I'm not a drinker.
Right.
And all my friends know this. You got to take that to the head, baby. Mine's is gone. Mine's is out of here.
Now, I poured a little bit more than you did. I took it, you know what I mean?
Okay. That is very huge thing to be in stores.
Thank you.
I've been an accountant for quite some time. If I tell you the exact amount of years, you'll know my age, but 20. Okay. So for all this time, and a lot of people, that's their dream, to get their product in stores.
Right.
So tell me, how was that process and how did it go?
The process was me telling people I'm going to be in stores when I had absolutely no idea how I was going to be in stores. What I started to do was throw parties. And when I threw the parties, I kind of made my drink the feature of the party, to where, like, all right, you get in the party, you get to drink free all night. You get to just drink that drink, particularly.
And that's smart. And that's very smart because, you can charge at the door. You need a liquor license to sell liquor, but you don't need a liquor license to charge at the door and let people come in and have your drink for free. See, that's a smart, crafty guy. See, I'm already there. You guys, I do business. 25% of something is better than 100% of nothing. And this guy created a way to get his product to people. And wasn't worried about getting the huge sales is what I'm taking. You wanted the world to know, and I'm going to take something in the money you did charge in your parties that got people to help financially support your dreams.
Out the mud.
Get out there.
Out the mud. That was out the mud.
That was smart. That was smart.
So that was like my build-up. That was my workaround. That was my build-up. And one thing started leading to another. Cult followings developed from that.
Who?
Cult following. Like, I had my own following for the drink. Mm-hmm. So I pretty much, I was dibbling dabbling in the music industry at the time. Mm-hmm. So I took that concept of like pushing an artist and just apply all that marketing that I seen that they was doing with artists, and I took that and put that and applied that to the product.
So, and when you did that, did you start this business by yourself, or did you start it with someone else, or was it your idea? Like, tell us. Let's help get to that part. Let's get to the root of that.
I started it myself. I had help from my wife at the time, and then from her help, and then I basically took that and just ran with it and been doing it myself the whole time, though.
So, and that's the good part about it. And you know what I tell people in relationships and business? You have to get someone that understands that what it takes in business, and that support helps. And people don't get it. And I know some people that have that are in relationships, and it affects you a bit. If it's affecting their relationship, bloopers. You guys know I'm giving y'all bloopers. This is not an unedited. This is straight truth, uncut truth. So if I make a stumble on a grammar, don't judge me. Don't be so hard on me. Just say, you know what? Inbox me and at 25% podcast on Instagram and let me know, hey, Donald, you made a blooper. But this is the thing. So when you started it with your wife, is she still with the business or she's no longer with it?
No longer with it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but that's okay. Hey, you keep the business rolling.
Yeah.
But did you say what?
No. I just said RIP to that.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, like, you got me like, I'm like, wait, hold on.
I know that sounded crazy when I said it. Like, wait, hold on.
That part, you about to like, I'm about to say, wait a minute, hold up. We got to take this to another level.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you guys, I like it. I'm going to have it. He said you just need it on ice. So if I get it on ice and I listen to me some Anita Baker in there, or some Tony Braxton, Love Should Have Brought You Home, and just hit my cocktail and just lay back with my little furry slippers in my robe and just hitting it and going from the kitchen to the living room. So now that you're in stores, how's your volume of sales going? Is a lot of it pushing?
Well, we've been on shelves in stores since 2015, and every year the graph is inclining up.
That's a good thing.
So sales have increased every year. So now we're just in the process of figuring out the scale part of this thing, to basically step and repeat the successes, the stuff that we've learned in the Atlanta, Georgia market, and take that and apply it to Houston, apply it to Austin, apply it to Dallas, then turn around, apply it to Oklahoma City, apply it to Baltimore, Maryland. Like, I think we have a formula that works on a local level. So it's just a matter of taking that same formula and just applying it in every state that we're in, every major city that we're in.
So have you ever started thinking about doing like an endorsement and sponsoring different shows and of that nature to help it? Because I saw the verse And if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to speak incorrectly. So, guys, if I say it wrong, don't judge me. But I think Ciroc sponsored the verse, but I know they used to sponsor BET stuff. So have you thought about, taking some of those things and trying to get out there to get your alcohol out there?
I've thought about it, and I do it. Mm-hmm. I do what I got the resources and the relationships in place to do. So I do it. I definitely do that. I do events all the time, do brand partnerships all the time. I work with influencers, social media people, comedians, like you name it, rappers, like you name it. We've done some level of business with some of everybody.
Now, and the thing about it is a lot of people feel that you have social media is the only way to, and I want you to be honest. And okay. I'm more than sure, and that's why we brought you here. And please be honest to my family, my team, my 25 percenters, my quarters, my family, we are one. So I want to know, when you did it with those influencers, like you did those branding relationships and partnerships. Ooh, the drink feels so good. I'm just feeling smooth. Guys, I'm liking it. So when you did when you did those branding relationships to market and to do that stuff, to do different projects together, did you see a return in it, or did you see yourself losing? How was it?
Honestly, it depends, and it's funny you mentioned that because because of those experiences, I base everything I do with measurables. Mm-hmm. So if I can't measure it, I can't invest in it. That's just me personally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have the resources to just throw darts at the board. So like when I put my resources out there, I have to be able to measure some level of return off of putting that resource out there. Something as little as a bottle has to have some level of, I have to be able to measure some level of return on just giving that away, as opposed to just, so like, okay, for example, social media. Since everybody's on social media, let me use that as an example real quick. Somebody can reach out and be like, hey, I want to be an ambassador for you. I can put it in front of my following, blah, blah, blah. But until they actually do it, you actually don't know how effective or ineffective them doing that is going to be.
And I mean, the thing about it is that social media influencers is the new wave. And I can't knock their, because I can't knock their hustle. I can't knock their profession. I can't knock their job.
Right.
So it is that, but they can put it out there, but they can't make people buy it.
Right. But when you got it, what I'm saying is them putting it out there, how do you measure the return on whatever they decide to charge you for them putting it out there?
And that's the thing. But the thing about this is that, I went to one event and I networked at the event and networked there. Went to a networking event and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. But it was a friend that asked me to do it, and I was like, okay, I'll buy the food. And I spent about $1,000 on the food, and I was doing it to support a friend.
Right.
And I was just like, I'm gonna go. Then I got up there, and it's like, you got to speak. And I'm not a great public speaker. I hate public speaking. If you would have had me in a crowd to stand and talk to someone, I'll be froze. I'll be like this.
I used to be like that.
So like this is comfort for me. Right. And so I got up there and I talked about taxes. I talk about stuff. I talk about a lot of things. And I got a client that was out of there for $10,000. But that was that $10,000 client, right?
Right.
But that client has been with me ever since.
Absolutely.
And so that $1,000 that I took a risk to support a friend paid back tenfold and still paying back for it. Absolutely. So, and it wasn't no guarantee that I was going to get anyone. So sometimes you have to take that risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to. And there have been some networking events where I've said, okay, hey, the kids in the neighborhood want to play baseball. Here's $500. Here's $2,500. I don't get no return from it. I just put on a huge racquetball tournament that was thousands and thousands of dollars. The prize money alone was $30,000. I haven't gotten one person to call me and say, hey, I want you to. But the thing about it is I think it all works together when people constantly see it. Yeah. So I don't want you to look at it that. Now, I understand what you're saying with the resources because people think you automatically have resources. People think once you start that business and you're up and running, you automatically have money. You automatically have marketing money to throw after. They don't realize that you got to pay for that label. They don't realize that you have to pay for that bottle top. They don't realize you have to pay for that bottle. They don't realize you have to pay for the ingredients and stuff that goes in it. You don't
Shipping.
have to shipping, packaging. They don't realize that all that takes place, and it's good to hear that. And I'm glad that you're honest with the people that, hey, I've been doing this. I've been in stores since 2015, but I've been doing it since 2008, right? And since you've been doing it since 2015 and 2008, it's 2022. It's still trying to get there. And the thing about it is though, but if you'd have quit from 2008 to 2014, you probably wouldn't have started 2015 with success on the show. So
Facts.
you steady growing, steady getting more stores, but people don't realize this. When your business make money, you have to reinvest it to make it grow. Because that $75 you made today ain't for you to put the whole $75 in your pocket.
Not at all.
And if you want that, because the business like this to get on the shelves, now you got to pay for people, the manpower to help you to fulfill those orders.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, you can look on Instagram and tell me if it's true or not. When you look on Instagram and you look on your friends' pages and they out with their boys or they out somewhere partying and they putting up Dosey, Ciroc, and vodka. But here I got my brother, my friend.
Yeah.
Now you ain't young.
Right.
And I ain't gonna play with you calling you young, but they got my brother, my friend that's right here, got his liquor and ain't got everybody take. We should have a liquor party where we posting it for free.
That's how I thought it was going to be, being that I ran around Atlanta for so long. I know a lot of people in Atlanta. So I thought that's the love that I was going to get, but the reality hit me that like the perception is you got a liquor, so you got to cut that same check that Ciroc is cutting or whatever brand you name is cutting, as opposed to like, yo, okay, it's like this. They'll charge you to be a part of the culture. This culture, this Atlanta culture, this Atlanta nightlife culture. And I could be wrong, but in my mind, I am the culture. I went to college in Atlanta. My product is the manifestation of my life in Atlanta. So you're not going to charge me what you're charging these other brands to be a part of this culture that I helped develop. Like, I was part of the cool. I created the cool. What they calling cool now, I was part of that in the late 90s, early 2000s in Atlanta. I was part of that culture. So now that I'm I'm a seasoned person in the culture now, I'm not paying
Your grandfather.
Yeah.
Your grandfather.
I'm grandfathered in. I'm not paying to be a part of it.
Not only grandfathered in, you're grandfathered. You're the grandfather. We're going to keep it 100.
Right.
You've been here. You've been there since the beginning of the time, and you still rolling with the time. You just rolling.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, and I get that, and I understand that, and the part about it is, like I tell people, don't expect your family and friends to be your biggest fans.
Oh, no. Oh, no, I can't.
Those are going to be the ones that say, baby, I need your help, and I need this, and I need that, and I need that discount.
Yeah.
It would be someone, I have been fortunate for my friends that I can call on some of my friends, and I'll be like, hey, I need your support to get this and do that. And my friends do support me. I do have, I'll say, my newfound friends.
Yeah.
Because my old friends, every time I run into them, they always tell me, I remember back when. But you got to realize, remember back when I was a child. Or remember back when, am I supposed to ever change? Am I supposed to ever evolve?
They're keeping you in that box.
No, they're keeping themselves in that box.
True.
Because you know what? They're still doing the same things that they did 20 years ago. And they feeling that I should still be doing those things with them. And they're upset that, hey, like, you think you're bougie.
Right.
I don't know why people feels because you move to a certain neighborhood, you're bougie. Or if you buy a certain type of product, you're bougie. Or you shop at a certain type of store. No, I work hard to afford this stuff. And I think I should enjoy it. So you're saying I should still shop at the same stores I was shopping? My mother was shopping for me as a kid. When am I at 45 years old? Yes, y'all, I'm 45 and look every bit of 25. When am I at 45 years old going to enjoy the fruits of my labor?
Absolutely.
And I get where you're coming from. And I think that if I was you, I'd be like to my friends, it's a catch-22 with me. Because sometimes it'd be like, hey, I'm calling you because my light bill off. I need money. Or I need college tuition for a kid. Or I need the money to pay my mortgage. My car just broke down. My tires are on flat. I need these things. You need the same money that I provide the service. You're going to take your money and pay someone else for. But the same service I'm providing, you don't support it. But you're going to give your money to someone else and you want to come borrow me for the emergency part?
Yes.
But won't walk across the street to support me.
No. won't even share a post, won't even like that. That's something that costs you nothing. I'm not talking about going to the store and buy my bottle. I've been to the family events where it's a big ass bottle of Ciroc sitting at the table, sitting in the kitchen where everybody drinking that, and it's like, you invited me here. You knew I was coming, right? Like,
yeah.
You know what I got. You know how I'm moving. Mm-hmm. But you got this here. All right. Well, I'm not gonna stay here long, like,
at all.
Because like,
the problem is now the question is, you got a bigger bottle of Ciroc, but do you have a bigger bottle of my product as well?
Absolutely.
You can say it. Put mines up front, and you can't force it on everybody because people are entitled to do things that they want to do. But the love and support that you can give it, like you said, it costs nothing. And to me, I mean, I can honestly say this: my mother is one of my big fans. I think she's proud because we come from nothing. And she did the best that she can with raising 5 kids. She did what she was capable of doing.
Absolutely.
And I love her dearly. But every time she sees something, and I used to be like, girl, leave me alone. Because she'd be like, oh, this vase got your company name on it. I want it. She's like, I want a T-shirt. And I just, in my mind, I couldn't register. Why do my mom keep wanting this stupid stuff that I'm throwing away? But then as I got older, and I start seeing how people separated themselves from me and separated to go to my competitors, I realized that was my mother's proudness. She was overwhelmed with joy and proud that her baby has someone she raised, has a brand, has his own company. And these are things that she can brag on. This is for my son. This ain't for nobody else. She wants to wear my stuff, my product.
Absolutely.
She wants to have the flyers with my name. No, that's my baby there on that flyer. That's my child. I didn't realize that, and I couldn't understand it.
Same with my moms. I feel you.
Yeah, so it is like, and the thing is that like you're saying, you go to family functions, you know what I would have probably done? I'd have probably just left mine there and just walked out the door. Because, I mean, it's just, I think it's a form of disrespect.
That's how I take it. I'm always bringing mine to the function.
As you should.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm leaving it there, but we wound up drinking more mines than the ones that y'all actually went out and bought. So,
but you didn't go buy yours.
Right.
And Ciroc ain't cheap.
No.
And I'm not dissing Ciroc.
No.
We're not. Man, I want to put this disclaimer. We're just putting the disclaimer in is that we're using a comparison to something that what someone's action does. We're not saying that anything is bad with that brand. We're not, we're going to make sure we put that disclaimer out there. It can be anything. It's not an attack on their brand because it is a good product. We're just comparing that the family will go out and buy a different product versus supporting the product that you have. So we want to make sure that this isn't nothing to bash. This isn't nothing to compete. But he's giving you, Jermaine is giving you guys the part to where it's letting you know that, no matter what you do, you can't get upset and focus on your family and worry about what they're going to do because they won't be the first ones to run to your aid to support you. And that's a good thing that they need to know. And it touches me because it is a story that I relate to.
Absolutely. Dope. Appreciate that.
But to me, now that I know about your brand, I will buy your brand. I will support it, and I will go get it from the stores, and I will, tag you on social media. This ain't no stunt. This ain't no front. My team will get it, and I will, like my neighbors, I got neighbors. Well, everybody got neighbors, but I want to give my neighbors a basket. So that's what I'll do. And God does everything for a reason. And I haven't gotten it, so I'll go buy them, and I'll even send you a picture and let it know that that's what I would do. So, I need a store in this area. I don't travel far.
Local Vine.
Local Vine, how far is that from here?
That is around the corner.
Local Vine.
Yeah.
All right. So I will get them and I will send it to you and I will get some from my neighbors and I will put it in there.
That.
And so that's the only place. We can't buy it online at all, you said.
I don't have you can buy it from Total Wine online.
Total Wine online.
Yeah.
So why you don't do that? Let's do Christmas stuff. To me, I would find people that do baskets.
Yeah, I do like care packages and stuff like that.
Okay. You make care packages?
It depends on the client. Like right now, Google reached out to me. So I'm gonna make them. I'm gonna make them some baskets. But
as you should.
It's regular people asking me to make a basket and do all that. Nah, just please, if you don't mind, just go to the store and buy that. I would appreciate that.
Local Vine.
Yeah.
And I will go buy some, and I will tell, because I was telling a young lady, Events by Gina. I hope I'm saying it right, Gina. Don't kill me. Her name is Eugenia Sneed. She does great events. She's on Instagram. And
Dope.
I contacted her and I was like, hey, I want to send my neighbors baskets.
Okay.
And I wanted to send them baskets. And with that, I wanted to just say, hey, welcome and, introduce myself. And I told her I want to make baskets. So now I'm going to call her tomorrow and I'm going to let her know that this is what I want. To get into the baskets. And I think that'll be something that'll be an interesting, let them know. And I'll also put, a little where they can get it at Total Wine online. It tastes good to me. I'm not a drinker. Mm-hmm. I do love a nasty old lemon drop with a sugar rim. So infused lemon vodka, that's good.
Perfect.
It's good.
Thank
so I'm thinking about I gotta add that. I'm not thinking about it. I'm gonna add that to my bar, and I will, because I will get your communication when I leave here before you leave.
Absolutely.
But tell me this: how did you start your business with capital? How did you get it started?
Straight hustling out the mud. That's the only way I could put it, because I still don't have the capital and the resources that I need to actually. It's off my hustle and muscle and my intelligence level that I'm able to be on these shelves with these multi-million-dollar brands.
Yeah.
And I'm competing. And I'm actually selling product.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the resources that these other brands have. Like, I'm going to be just totally transparent with you. So to say that I can't put a dollar amount on what it'll take to get in the game, because like I had a following, which I was able to leverage with a distillery and be like, hey, I got this amount of people paying attention to me. They like what I'm doing in this space. Help me bring this to them and blah, blah, blah. Now, I made that phone call hundreds of times. And I tell people, you could get 100 no's.
But you're going to get one yes.
All you need is one yes.
I tell people all the time when I never said 100. I tell them for every 60 no's, you will get a yes.
Okay.
And that's why I used to tell folks, because when, starting business and people get discouraged and people don't have the motivation to continue to go forward.
Absolutely.
Because they get discouraged when they are told no. They get discouraged when things aren't working their way out. And I get it. Sometimes you have bills to pay. Sometimes you have kids to feed. But you got to realize that you got to be selfless and you got to make the sacrifice in business.
Well, to be totally transparent again, at the time when I had worked it out to even get on a shelf and get in stores, I had my daughters on the way. I was unemployed.
Oh, wow.
So at that particular window in time, I didn't have nothing. I had a lot less than what I have now, put it like that.
But God, being faithful to God is amazing, and hanging in there. Like you said.
Won't he do it?
Guess what, guys? Y'all heard his story. His story was he didn't have a lot less, but he in stores now, and he hung in there. And he have more than what he have. He don't have Bill Gates. No, he don't have all these other major $1 million, multi-million, but the part about it is that he has now is a growth. And that growth comes with accepting 25% of something, then 100% of nothing. And that is amazing. Exactly. That's amazing, and that's admirable, because, I admire that about you, because you hung in there. Mm-hmm. And most people would have folded. Some would have folded.
Absolutely.
And everybody don't understand that. But I think, you have a great brand. I think, to me, you're doing a good job, because you're somewhere people are dying to be, and that's on shelves.
Right.
The problem is now we got to just get everybody in there to go get it.
Yes.
And the thing is that I would, like you said, you've done everything that you can do, but I guess funny things are made with TikTok and social media.
All
that stuff. I don't know how to make a funny video. I'm not that type. I'm not a video type to do out there and get on there and do all that crazy stuff. I'm more of a laid back.
Me too. You describing me, dogs, when you say public speaking, being laid back. Like, anybody that know me will tell you that's me. Like, I'm not going to say much at all. Like, I be chilling. But what I realized for my particular brand is I have to be the character of my brand for going forward.
Hear that, guys? You have to be the character of your brand.
Cause
you have to be the character of your brand. And that's what people, and with that character, you have to sell, you have to build, you have to grow, you have to expand, you have to be the one to be the face and the presence. Yes. You have to be the character of your brand. And you must always remember that.
So I didn't like public speaking. Mm-hmm. But a PR girl pushed me to speak in front of a crowd at an event that I did for her. Mm-hmm. And it's like a lot of ums and ahs at first, and then I just got better and better at speaking publicly to the point now I can go anywhere and talk my shit. Like, I could talk it. But I didn't like doing that.
I don't like you doing now. I still don't. And I was talking to my publicist, and he was telling me, he was like, well, we're going to get you some media speaking and media training. And I was just like, shit, you just add more to my list. And not, if you guys don't like the word shit, I apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But, it's like it's more added. And I was talking to my team today, and I mean, just in business, I was like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. And we just got this. I can't take that. You're going to have to do this because I can't take no more. Because it's so much, only so much of your time you can sell in business.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, like, the first thing, I got an alcohol, so the first thing people say is, you going to get a rapper to endorse it and blah, 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 or put it in their videos. And I'm like, well, this is not the old days. So watching videos is not appointment television anymore. When I was growing up, you can go home and watch Rap City, 106 in Park.
106 Park.
All of that was on every day from 4 to 6. You knew what you was going to watch, and getting your product in any of those videos that came on in that window meant something during that time. Mm-hmm. Right now, videos come on YouTube every day, all day. Like, so the value,
I can't.
The value of that is not the same.
I can't tell you the last time I saw a video. If it's not on social media while I'm scrolling through with a person page and I'm in here, and that's only 60 seconds. People, I don't even know why they even waste their time to even make videos anymore. But I mean, hey, I'm not in the music industry. I'm not the expert in that. So that's what you guys got to do to make it and keep your money flowing in. But I think that you got to figure out a way to get out there, to get them people in there. But the thing is that you're there. You're at the spot where many people wish they could be.
Yes.
And that's a huge. What's your Instagram for your
I tell Bomade Vodka is the Instagram. BOMADE Vodka is the Instagram for the brand itself. Mr. Bomade is my personal page, and I tell people, like, that's the ratchetness behind the brand. Like, you know what I'm saying? The man behind the brand. Like, on the Bomade Vodka page, I keep everything on even keel, on board, aesthetic, product. But Mr. Bomade kind of gives you the behind the scenes on all that stuff.
Yeah, and the thing about it is my page is more about family, my godson, my team, but mainly my godson is mainly on my personal page. And I have business pages, and I mean, me and my team and I, we run them, and they do an amazing job with it. But my personal page, there was like, your team always trying to tell you what you should do, what they feel that is good. But I was just like, man, I just want this for me.
Yeah.
This piece right here, I want for me. This is for me. The rest of the business page is presentation. I'm not out there doing drugs, holding guns, counting money, rapping and shooting and all that other stuff. I'm not doing nothing ratchet. But if I want to sit down and say I'm eating ice cream and cake, I want to be. Because you got to realize the people that's on my personal page want to see Donald. They don't want to see something that's fake. Someone that is pretending to be something that he's not. If I feel like, the way I want, if I want a sachet, or like one of my friends called me, so they had something with the Supreme Court with, gay marriages, and I was excited because, it's so much we're fighting for equality. And I got on there and I had the little umbrella and I was like playing This Raining Men, the song. And my friend was like, you need to take it down. I was like, no. Like, but you're an accountant. You're a CEO of a business. I said, I know. And I'm going to do it again if I want to. And that's
what's the point of being a CEO if you can't do what you want to do?
And I mean, like, I'm not disrespecting someone else. This is my private life that I'm fighting for myself. And to see that passed down, to see we want something, I was like, no, I'm not changing it. And if people, because you got to realize this, everybody that goes into a store isn't going to buy something. And everybody that goes to one store isn't going to go to the next store. Because there are people that go to Publix that don't go to Kroger. There are people that go to Kroger that don't go to Publix.
Absolutely.
So you're going to have your own base. And maybe that one or two the people that unfollow me because of that, maybe they're not my fan base.
Right.
And I can't put on a facade to be someone because I'm a CEO to be someone. No, I don't. I do think that I should not be out there fighting dogs and killing or robbing up the street, running up, shooting up in the air.
Yeah.
I don't think I should be doing that, but I do think that I should be me.
Well, that's the thing with social media that I was kind of alluding to with influencers or whatever. Like, you can have the numbers, but do they really rock with you though? Mm-hmm. Like, I'd rather have 10 lions with me than 100 sheep.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the engagement, the people that's on my page really, really rock with me personally.
And that's the good thing. And that's the part that rock. And people that's on my page, I feel they rock with me besides the ones that be spamming and some of them that want to date. So, I feel they rock with me. And everybody, if you're somebody that's on my page, a social media page that's following me or even on the YouTube and that's subscribing, I'm going to give you guys the uncut truth. If you hear it, if like I said, if I misspeak or spoken or grammar is bad, you're gonna get it. I'm not, Mr. Jermaine. You can honestly say we didn't have no pre-meeting before you came on.
Yeah, we freestyling.
We have to freestyle. I don't have no notes. I don't have. I have nothing. I have nothing. So, and that's the thing. And I mean, in business, people need to know that when you have a list of 110 things to do in the morning, I promise you're going to go to bed with 120.
Right.
Because you're going to have, every day in business presents its own problem, and you're going to have more things to do and more things to fulfill and more obligations and commitments. Those are things that you're going to have to do. And I want to know this. What are some good tips you would like to give some aspiring entrepreneurs that may want to get in this industry? What are some good tips that you want to give them?
There's always the generic stuff like, keep working hard, stay at it, don't give up. But to be honest, if you're trying to get in this game, holla at me. And for a fee, I can walk you through the process and
As you
help
should.
you out. Like,
but y'all can't get mad, right?
Hey,
y'all can't get mad because you know why? It's business, and he has knowledge that he needs to give out, and it's valuable. And if you want to get in it, get in it. I'm
saving you the troubles.
And the mistakes.
And the mistakes.
Because trust me, I made tons of them on my way to this journey.
Yes.
People realize thinking that just because you're carrying a bag that you don't drop nothing out that bag. You do realize I got tired and I dragged that bag and it ripped the hole. Yes. And some stuff slid up out of it. I might have slid a child or two out of it. It's something came up out of this bag. People do not get that. They just, the part that just baffles my mind is that people think like, oh, you start a business, you're rich.
Nah.
You're a boss.
Oh, no. You're a boss. Don't get me wrong, but the burden of being a boss. Heavy is the head that wears that crown, yo.
Ooh.
Come on.
Look, some days my head be like this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
I be like, I have to shift my crown and I have to turn it around. And then some days I might have to say, shit, it's a little heavy. Let me get a little crazy glue and hold up a little crazy glue up there and put it. People do not understand that business requires so much.
Yes.
And they be like, you rich. And that's the part that people get, man. I'll be talking to my mother, and my mother be like, I'll be like, girl, I'm going to call you back. I'm in a meeting. You always in a meeting. And I always tell her, I said, well, one of us got to work.
There it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
One of us got to work. And I have to work. And people thinking that, I talked to one of my friends, and today we were going through something. He's like, he wanted me to help him with some stuff personally. And I was just like, I have to work. He's like, you sent me the voicemail. Okay. I did because I'm on Zoom. Like people think, like I'm actually at work. They feel because you get up and you the boss, you go when you want to. That doesn't work that way. Nah. I can get fired. Clients can fire me.
Yes.
And if clients fire me, you got to realize this. I have to lay people off. And I tell it to my team. We can get fired.
Yes.
Because this is something that you can attest to in any other real business owner. I want to say real business owner, other business owners. Right. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Everybody's a real business owner. But other business owners can tell you this. The company's success is everyone's paycheck.
Yes. I had a person in the past tell me, I was like, we was having a conversation on what are the opportunities with the brand, and this was like year 1, year 2, and on the journey of being actually on shelves. I had that person tell me, well, I don't want to be a salesperson. I'm like, I'm a salesperson. So what you think you're going to be if you're not a salesperson at this point in the game right now?
Right now, what could you be?
That's the only way we generating right now is sales.
And I tell them that all the time. I have to sell when I don't want to sell.
Yo.
Because you know what? It costs money, Jermaine, to wake up in the morning. The meter is running.
Yo.
It costs money to wake up in the morning.
For sure.
And it costs even more money when you go outside.
Yes.
So you're going to pay money for when you wake up, but you're going to pay a whole lot more when you go outside.
For sure.
And people don't get that.
No, sir.
They do not get that. They do not get that. And, you know, I have a friend. He has 1 million followers. And he came on to my podcast when I first started. And I told him I wanted him to come on. And that meant the world to me because he came.
Right.
And when he came, he gave and he posted on his page. And it meant the world because I was like, wow, I'm just starting out and my friend is really actually endorsing because that means you're supporting and believing in me.
Absolutely.
Because I'm going to tell you, Jermaine, this here, and I took a picture today and I'm going to post it when I get off of taping today. So y'all, by the time this post, you probably have to go back to MRDW, my Instagram page. So by the time this post, but I'm going to post and I was just sitting here like this and I was just looking around and I was just like, at all. Because if you'd have asked me last year, would I be sitting here doing this? I would have told you, hell no.
Hell no, yeah.
And I've learned to go where God wants me to go. Because he hasn't failed me.
Facts.
Now I want you to give me something like, tell people a little bit more like about what else to get the wine. Let's make sure we keep on that. Give them your Instagram page again so we can get it. Because you know one thing we do want them to do is we want them to go buy. Because we still need to sell in this YouTube.
Yeah. Short-term, long-term goal is being a household name in my home market, which is Atlanta. So we got to be a household name in the city to eventually hit that long-term goal, which is sell it for $1 billion or multi-billion-dollar valuation. Like that's where we at with it. So like I'm 6 years in the game, and I'm still at step 1 of my vision board, which is household name in Atlanta.
What's wrong with that?
No. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just a testament on how hard this shit is. Like it's not.
But you got to realize this. They have some people that have been in the game for 20 years and still haven't been on the shelf.
Facts.
So you got to appreciate. And that's what I tell people. And I talk to God, and I tell people, God gave me so much because I showed him I appreciated what he did give me. And I don't pray for more, I just accept more.
Okay.
And you got to understand that. I am a person, my friends always tell me you don't have not because you don't pray for. And I tell them I don't pray for things because maybe that's not what God wants me to have at this moment in time in my life.
Right.
But you got to realize this. Everybody ain't meant to be a millionaire. Everybody ain't meant to be a billionaire. But God has provided well for me. And I'm humble. And I'm grateful. And I have a lot to say grace for.
Dope.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing about this is though, so no, you're not a household name. But you're a whole lot further than you was yesterday.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. It's not that's something people could take away from this as well is it's not the destination per se. It's the journey on the way to the destination that you're going to enjoy, love, reminisce on. It ain't going to be making it because once you make it or what in your mind, what you feel like is making it, your destination, you're going to, at some level, be disappointed once you get there. It's getting to that point. That's what you're going to appreciate more than anything.
But the thing about it is that the journey you take and the destination you're going to pick up the pieces and keep on going. You're not going to just stop at that one bus stop. You're going to travel to see the world. And you got to realize in business you can't have limitations, and you won't. You have to take that top off. And I had a government job, and it was like you get paid, you get a raise. You have to work every day for this amount, and you get a raise next year. Mm-hmm. Not this year. I can bust all year long, but I can't get a raise. Mm-hmm. And you can't see fit to put me in that raise. I may can apply for a different position, but you can't give me a raise. And this is something I enjoy doing. But I'm like, I want more.
Yes.
And why should I have to be limited? So with this, it affords me the opportunity to provide for more for others And it also affords me the opportunity to have the limit. Like, I can take 10 clients, I can take 20 clients, I can take 100 clients, I can take 200 clients. Right. That's what this has allowed for me to do, afford it. And I'm grateful, I'm humble, and I'm thankful. And I have to motivate myself all the time continuously because it can get stressful. It can be, I tell people, and I've said it on my YouTube before, I have eaten ramen noodles.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
And I don't have a problem eating them again. You know? And I love what I do. I love the stage I am in my business. I love the stage that I am in my life. And right now I'm having a ball as a boss. And that's why I'm able to do this, because I have a strong team that's behind me, that's working behind the scenes to help me get to where I need to be. But you know what?
See, the fact that you have a team, that's a privilege all within itself. Like, I had to strip my whole team down and start all over to a point where it's just me and a chosen few. Like, I call it my team now, but it's not the team that I had at once upon a time. But we stronger now than we was back then. So it's just...
You know why? Because probably back then was more personal and more people were personal. And now this is more real and more people of real that wants to see it grow. Because, you know, the thing about it is that here, my team member, two of them, it's Sam and Thomas, they could have came and they could have left me doing what I was doing and they had to pull this. But this was like, no, we can get you here to do this. And I just had to go with the flow. I had to go with them. I had to go with what they were saying. I had to believe in them, believe in their vision and trust. So, and the thing about it is though, and it's not to say anything bad about the people I've had in the past, but they want growth with the company. They want more. Right. And when you have a person that's on your team that believe in you and believe in the business and want the business to grow as though if it's their own, you bad.
Yes, that's the blessing. That's what I was talking about the blessing. Like, that's it right there.
I'm grateful.
That's it right there.
And I'm humble. And I'm thankful. Dope. And I'm also grateful and thankful that you were able to come on here. Hand me that bottle. Let me put it on my camera. Let me see this. Because you leaving this here with me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Bomade?
Bomade.
Bomade.
Bomb-ass lemonade.
Bomb-ass lemonade. Okay. So thank you for my gift.
Absolutely.
And you cannot put no more in your mug.
Okay.
But that is your mug you can take with you. Thank you. I will post this. I will tag you on your page, and I will tag you today. I'm going to tag both of them.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
This looks good. It's a cute little bottle. A little lemonade. Now, I'm a lemonade fan. Now, I love homemade lemonade. I ain't going to lie to you.
That's my Achilles. Huh? That's my Achilles right there.
Yes.
That's my thing. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I am proud of you, man.
Thank you, bro.
And it's good to see, and it's admirable to see someone that have went through the journey of starting a business from scratch and getting into multiple stores. Is the sky's the limit? Yes. You got to realize some stores, that's these large chain stores, they started off as being a corner store.
Yes.
So also I'll give you some tips and stuff like that after off camera. We're about to wrap up. Okay. But I'll give you some more tips. And guys, guess what? I'm not hiding the tips from you all. You know, but I will have a personal conversation with this gentleman that owns his business and, you know, have a personal conversation. But I want to thank you all. Please click like, click share. Yes, I'm Donald Williams, that own Williams Accounting Consultant. I wrote the book, Eat What You Kill. My God. Yeah, that's the name of the book, Eat What You Kill. Yeah. In business, if you don't kill it, you don't eat. And that's what I'm about. And like 25% podcast. I'd rather have 25% of something than 100% of nothing in business. And that's the growth. It's the grind. And it's not gonna come easy. It's not. I drive a car. Do I have to have a Bentley? No. But you got to realize this. I'm comfortable. And it comes from almost 2 decades of hard work. And I put in the time. I put in the sweat. I put in the tears. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful. Oh. And I'm grateful for people like Mr. Jermaine and this bomb-ass lemonade because I will be having me some. I'm going to tag it on my page, guys. I'm going to post it on my page. Mr. Jermaine in Atlanta. So do you want to say some final words to the people before you go? Please tell them something.
You kind of touched on like the 25% concept. Like I say something similar to that, which is you want your own raisin or you want a piece of a watermelon. And that kind of speaks to exactly what you're saying about 25% of something as opposed to 100% of nothing. So like that's kind of my we kind of on the same page with a lot of that. Even that eat what you kill. Like I tell people that I work with all the time, like we gotta eat what we kill. So like you kind of spoke kind of spoke to me when you said those things on the closeout, yo. Word
Hey,
up.
you got to realize this. It comes from sacrifices. It comes
Word.
from life. And it comes from life situations. And in business, nobody knocks on my door. I have to go out and bring them to the door.
Facts.
All right.
Dope.
Yes. So, guys, take it. Click like, click share, follow, subscribe, share it on your Instagram, YouTube. Share it wherever you got to share that. Just share it. Like, support, love me. And follow me for the next episode. And I'm doing my hardest to work my regular job throughout the daytime, which is my company, being a CEO. But I'm also making time to my commitment to bring this knowledge to you guys. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I can't be where I am today without you all. Thank you.